Hello YouTubers, this is Wild Gunner here. Today doing a review of 7 different kinds of 5.45mm ammunition with starting with the Hornady VMAX, the only American made one in this group, followed by the Silver Bear 60 grain full metal jacket, followed by the tulammo 60 grain full metal jacket, followed by the tulammo 60 grain hollow point, followed by the Silver Bear 55 grain hollow point, followed by the Mill Surplus 7N6 full metal jacket, which weighs 54 grains, and the last by the Brennell 55 grain jacketed hollow point. I have 3 targets for each kind of ammunition. I'm going to fire 3 shot groups at all of them, and I will average them all out to try to figure out what accuracy is the best of the group. Hello YouTubers, Wild Gunner here, finishing up my 5.45mm ammunition review. My batteries died while I was at the range, preventing me from doing it there, but it'll work out just fine doing it here back in my house. Now, accuracy testing was conducted at 50 meters using my Arsenal SGL-31 and a Clink Optics PK01V red dot sight. Now, I fired 3 3-shot groups with each round. Obviously, I had 3 targets. And when I averaged them out, some of them, like this guy here, I am not the best shot in the world. I'm kind of shaky. So I'll generally discount ones that are clearly like, 2-inch group, 2.1-inch group, and then a 3.6-inch group seems a little, out of place. So if it's pretty obvious that it was user error, I won't factor that into the overall equation because I'm trying to review the accuracy of the round, not the accuracy of me, which is not the best in the world, but I like to think I'm okay. I also went to checked how much money I was paying per round, essentially, because ammo is getting more expensive, and 5.45 luckily is still probably the cheapest rifle caliber, well, non-rimfire rifle ammo I can find nowadays. And getting right into the meat of the matter, so to speak. First up was the Hornady VMAX. It's a 60 grain hollow point projectile with a little plastic ballistic tip, steel cased, and it shot a 1.7-inch group, which is just fine, and costs 36 cents a round is the thing, which is kind of what holds it back. It's the only American-made round in the whole bunch. Next up is the Silver Bear 60 grain full metal jacket, new bullet type. You'll see that advertised a lot, that it's the new bullet type, which I have no idea what the old bullet type was exactly, but whatever. So it did about the same, 1.8 inch, 20 cents a round. Noticeably cheaper, and pretty much the same accuracy. Next on down is the 60 grain tulammo full metal jacket with shot. A bit smaller, is 1.5 inch groups, costs slightly more. It's like 22 cents a round. Same price, but with noticeably opened up groups was the tulammo hollow point. This is the actually the worst grouping of any of them was 2 inches, which still isn't bad. 2 inches is still perfectly effective for most distances you're likely to be firing rifles at. Next up is the Silver Bear 55 grain hollow point, which shot a 1-inch averaged, a 1-inch group. And there's no price because I'm not sure if they make it anymore, because if they make it, I certainly can't find anywhere online that sells it. I buy the rest of this ammo, other than the Hornady and this guide back here that I've had for years. All this came from J&G Sales. It's a good place to go. And they don't sell this anymore. And no one else seems to either. So it's a shame because it's 1-inch groups. My thumb easily covers up the two smaller ones. Then you have the 7N6, which at 13 cents a round is by far the cheapest, and it's at 1.5 inches. It's right in the middle for accuracy. So the only downside to this, you could say, is that it's corrosive. But that's and it's steel cord, which if you are shooting at a indoor range, or some even outdoor ranges for whatever reason, don't like you shooting steel cord ammunition, and then you might be up shit creek. But other than that, it's cheap, it's accurate, it's available. Go get thousands of rounds of it like I do to get spam cans. And finally, also with no price because I can't find that either, is the Bronul 55 grain hollow point, which is actually made in the same factory as Silver Bear is, but nobody seems to make this either. So I picked this up from this guy at a gun show like a while ago, and I can't find it anywhere online, which, as I mentioned earlier, is a shame because this was the best averaged group between the two smaller ones was 1.5 inch and 1.2, which that's probably a fluke. But either way, I'm going to say it's probably a 1 inch capable round, just like the 55 grain Silver Bear hollow point. And that's just kind of, it sucks because the two most accurate rounds of the whole bunch don't seem to be available anymore. But you can still find them floating around some gun stores and some gun shows and whatnot where people still have them in stock. I would highly recommend you buying them, provided that they're in a reasonable price range. And definitely can't speak my praises enough for this stuff, for just shooting in general. It's so cheap, so accurate, and the corrosion stuff is not nearly as bad as certain people seem to think it is. I'll probably do another video on that at a later time. The tulammos were fine, there's nothing wrong with them. It is essentially identical to Wolf, if you were curious. Why didn't you do Wolf? It's because, well, they're made in the same factory as Wolf, to the same specifications as Wolf, by the same people on the same machines as Wolf. So I'm going to hold these as Wolf results also, if you are into that kind of thing. And that sums up my review for the 5.45 millimeter ammunition. Thanks for watching.